So when you think of a 19th century anti-alcohol campaign, what comes to mind? Probably some, I don't know, dry statistics, right? Well, forget all that. We're about to dive into something way more intense. It's a dream, a vision, really, from the American temperance movement. And in this vision, drinking isn't just a bad habit, it's a full-on battle for your soul. So let's jump in and see what they saw. Okay, so the story just drops us right in the middle of a dream. Picture this, a huge crowd of people, they're all gathered in an open field. And then this mysterious figure shows up. The person having the dream says, "Hey, I've seen him before." And it's always right before something really important is about to go down. So you can already feel the tension building, Something big is definitely coming. And this young man, he doesn't mess around. He gets up, walks straight over to the leaders of the group, and he holds out a piece of paper. And this one document, well, it's the whole reason for this vision. It's a pledge. So what's on this paper? It's the pledge. And you got to understand, it's kind of like a two-part contract. Part one is simple. It's personal. You promise, right then and there, to stop drinking completely. No more fermented wines, no more liquor. But it's the second part. That's where it gets really interesting. You also have to promise to use your influence to get everyone else to stop too. So see, it's not just about changing your own life. It's about leading this massive public crusade. Okay, but this is where the story really kicks into gear. You think everyone would just sign, right? Nope. The young man goes up to one of the leaders, a guy they call Brother A, and his reaction, well, it starts a whole chain reaction of refusal. And get this, look at why they refuse. It's not like they're just saying, "No, I want to drink." Brother A's excuse is almost philosophical. He's like, "I don't want to be bound by this. There should be exceptions." Then another leader, Brother B, he comes at it from a medical angle, saying, "Well, sometimes I need a little something, to stimulate me when I'm weak and nervous." These aren't just wild excuses. They're these really thought out, respectable sounding reasons. And honestly, that's what makes their refusal so threatening to the whole movement. And you can see just how powerful their influence is. Their hesitation, it doesn't just happen in a vacuum. As soon as they refuse, about 20 or 30 other people in the crowd follow their lead and also refuse to sign. So what started as a personal choice by these leaders suddenly has this huge public consequence. So how does the young man react to all this? He's not angry, not at all. It's something way more unsettling. He just has this incredibly sad, grieved look on his face. It's like he's this messenger who's just seen his warning completely ignored. And that quiet sadness, you just know it's the calm before a major storm. And sure enough, he comes back. But that sad, quiet guy, he's gone. This time, when he confronts the leaders, the vibe is completely different. This is no longer a request. It's an ultimatum. His first words are a straight-up accusation. He basically says, "See what your influence has done." He holds them 100% responsible for those 20 or 30 other people who refused to sign. He even shows them their names on the back of the pledge. He's completely reframing their personal decision as a catastrophic failure of leadership. And this is where the stakes just get jacked up to the absolute maximum. We're not talking about social reform or even personal health anymore. The young man tells them that their eternal destiny, their very salvation, is now riding on the decision they're about to make. So, with their eternal souls literally on the line, what could he possibly demand? What's the final choice? What is the ultimatum? And there it is. Sign this paper or resign your positions. It's that simple. Sign or step down from being a leader. It's a black and white choice, no gray area. And to drive it home, the young man now identifies himself as a messenger of God, speaking with total authority. Yeah, all that talk about exceptions is completely off the table now. But it's not even just about signing the paper. He demands a complete moral overhaul from them. They have to promise, on their honor, to be true to their principles. They have to replace coarseness with mercy and compassion. They have to humble their spirits and soften their stubborn wills. This isn't just about stopping a bad habit anymore. He's demanding a total transformation of their character. The pressure is just immense. And you know what? It works. The whole conflict just ends with everyone giving in. The text says that with trembling hands, not just the two main leaders, but all 30 of the people who had refused, they all signed the pledge. But the dream isn't over yet. After this super dramatic signing, another speaker gets up and gives this really serious speech. And what he does is explain the whole philosophy behind this intense focus on temperance. This is the why behind everything that just happened. And this is the core idea, the thing that holds this entire vision together. The real enemy, they argue, isn't just alcohol. It's appetite, uncontrolled appetite and passion. From their point of view, the fight against booze is just one battle in a much, much bigger war against what they call the ruling sins of the age. Then the speaker lays out this, well, it's basically a 19th century theory of addiction. It's like a slippery slope of appetite. And look at where it starts. Not with a drink. It starts with a bad diet, which gives you a diseased stomach. That, in turn, leads to cravings for stuff like tea and coffee. Then from there, it's a small step to tobacco. And once you're on tobacco, it numbs the system, so you need something even stronger to get a kick. And that's where liquor comes in. It's this whole chain reaction where one small indulgence just snowballs into a much bigger one. And the whole vision ends with this really powerful, absolute statement. They say that temperance isn't just, a good habit to have. It is the foundation of everything. The foundation for all the graces that come from God, the foundation for every victory you could possibly gain. It's a pretty wild idea, right? And it kind of makes you think, in our own time, with our own culture of endless consumption, what would a modern temperance movement even look like? What appetite do you think it would target first?